Live from New Delhi, you're watching DD India Live, India's voice to the world. I'm Prasar Bharati. Coming up in the next 30 minutes. Prime Minister Narendra Modi virtually delivered his remarks at 22nd ASEAN-India Summit. Thailand and Cambodia sign historic peace agreement in Malaysia in Trump's presence. US President also signs economic deal with both nations along with Malaysia. US Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent says framework set for Trump-Xi meet later this week. Timor-Leste becomes 11th member of ASEAN bloc. East Timor PM calls it historic. PM Modi extends Chhath Puja greetings to countrymen in his monthly radio program Mann Ki Baat. Hails Operation Sindoor, urges everyone to participate in 150th year celebration of India's national song Vande Mataram. Asia's youngest nation, East Timor, became the 11th member of the Southeast Asian bloc ASEAN at its summit on Sunday after being signed in by leaders of member states. East Timor, also known as Timor-Leste's joining, was formalized by ASEAN leaders at the opening of their annual summit in Kuala Lumpur on Sunday, where applause rang out as East Timor's flag was placed on this stage. East Timor's accession to the Association of Southeast Asian Nations follows a 14-year wait. In an emotional speech, East Timor Prime Minister Xanana Gusmao said it was a historic moment for his country with a new beginning that would bring immense opportunities for trade and investment. He said East Timor's accession is a testament to the spirit of its people, a young democracy born from our struggle.
Timor-Leste has been admitted as the 11th member state of ASEAN. For the people of Timor-Leste, this is not only a dream realized, but a powerful affirmation of our journey. On behalf of the government and people of Timor-Leste, I extend our deepest gratitude to all ASEAN member states, to the ASEAN Chair, the ASEAN Secretariat, and our dialogue partners.
Malaysian Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim welcomed East Timor to the ASEAN family and said it reaffirmed ASEAN members' shared destiny and deep sense of regional kinship.
To President Ramos Horta, Prime Minister Xanana Gusmao, its place here completes the ASEAN family, reaffirming our shared destiny and deep sense of regional kinship. Within this community, Timor-Leste's development and its strategic autonomy will find firm and lasting support.
Thailand and Cambodia leaders sign an expanded ceasefire deal in presence of US President Donald Trump. The leaders of Thailand and Cambodia signed an enhanced ceasefire deal in the presence of US President Donald Trump, who intervened in July to bring an end to their deadly 5-day border conflict. It builds on a truce reached 3 months ago after Trump called the then leaders of the two countries and urged them to end hostilities or risk putting their respective trade talks with Washington on hold. The two countries, in a joint declaration, committed to establishing an ASEAN observer team, military de-escalation and removal of heavy weapons from their border area, with Thailand agreeing to release 18 Cambodian prisoners of war if the measures were implemented. They also agreed to coordinate on removing landmines, which were the trigger for the fighting after a Thai soldier was maimed during a border patrol. The agreement was signed soon after Trump's arrival at a summit of the Association of Southeast Asian Nations in Kuala Lumpur. Speaking on the occasion, Trump called the two leaders courageous and said the truce he brokered saved millions of lives. US President Donald Trump held a bilateral meeting with Malaysian Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim in Kuala Lumpur on the sidelines of ASEAN Regional Bloc Summit. The White House released statements following the meeting saying the two countries had reached agreements on reciprocal trade and critical minerals. Malaysian Trade Minister said U.S. Trade Representative Jamieson Greer, who was involved in drafting the agreements, was tough but fair. Trump also signed an agreement with Cambodia on reciprocal trade and a U.S. deal with Thailand on critical minerals during a regional summit. U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent said trade talks held with China and Malaysia over the weekend have set the stage for a meeting between President Donald Trump and President Xi Jinping later this week. He also said that officials from the United States and China have set a very positive framework after 2 days of negotiations concluded in Malaysia. But Bessent stressed that any extension of a trade truce agreed when U.S. President Donald Trump meets Chinese Premier Xi Jinping in South Korea would be President Trump's decision. China has reached a preliminary consensus in its trade negotiations with the United States, a top Beijing official said in Malaysia on Sunday, days ahead of high-stakes talks between their leaders. China's top trade negotiator Li Chenggang and Vice Premier met with U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent and U.S. Trade Representative Jamieson Greer on the sidelines of ASEAN Summit on Sunday, seeking to avert an escalation of their trade war. Suspects in the brazen daylight heist of some of France's crown jewels from the Louvre in fact they were arrested near Paris on Saturday evening, the Paris prosecutors said, confirming an earlier report from a newspaper. Paris prosecutors said on Sunday that one of the men was arrested at Charles de Gaulle Airport, north of Paris, as he was about to leave the country. She did not say in her statement how many men were arrested for or give more details. The robbery at the museum, which houses paintings like Mona Lisa, happened on October 19th. The thieves used a vehicle-mounted lift to access the gallery of Polo via a balcony overlooking the River Seine. The Taal volcano, about 70 kilometers south of Manila in the Philippines, erupted on Sunday, releasing ash and steam up to 2 kilometers high. The Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology recorded 2 minor petromagnetic eruptions and the phreatic eruption. These occur when magma interacts with water, causing explosive reactions. The volcano's alert level remains at 1, indicating low unrest. A giant inflatable Labubu floated on Hong Kong's Victoria Harbour on Saturday as part of a new installation by Pop Mart, whose profits have soared thanks to the character's global popularity. Tourists and locals snapped selfies with Labubu, and the parade, running until November 1, also features sculptures of Elmo, Doraemon and McDonald's Grimace. Flames flickered in a bonfire as people gathered in Sopot, Poland, to celebrate Ziadi, an ancient Slavic ritual honoring ancestors predating Halloween and All Saints' Day. Participants holding torches and wearing traditional masks invoked spirits of the departed in a ceremony of remembrance. The flames symbolized warmth and guidance, while Krabozka masks acted as spiritual shields. Akyaka, a coastal town in Muğla province, Turkey, has been named one of the world's best tourism villages by the United Nations World Tourism Organization for its sustainable tourism and unique wooden architecture. With its turquoise waters, serene atmosphere and Azmak River, the village blends nature and modern life, drawing both local and international visitors. President of India Draupadi Murmu today inaugurated Yashoda Medicity Indirapuram, one of North India's most advanced and sustainable multi-speciality healthcare destinations. The event was graced by the Governor of Uttar Pradesh, Anandiben Patel, Union Minister of Defence Rajnath Singh, Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh Yogi Adityanath. DD India's Tapas Bhattacharya with this report.
India takes a bold step into the future of healthcare. President of India Draupadi Murmu today inaugurated Yashoda Medicity in Indirapuram, a 1,200-bedded next-generation green, and digital hospital that sets new benchmarks in advanced, sustainable, and compassionate healthcare. Spread across more than 8 acres, Yashoda Medicity brings together over 65 specialities and 12 centers of excellence, from cancer care and cardiac sciences to organ transplant and neurosciences, all under one roof.
देश के विभिन्न स्थानों में ऐसे संस्थान विकसित हो रही है जिनमें विश्व स्तरीय चिकित्सा सुविधाएं उपलब्ध कराई जा रही है। मुझे प्रसन्नता है कि इस संस्थान के नेतृत्व द्वारा समाज सेवा और राष्ट्र सेवा के आदर्शों को प्राथमिकता दी जाती है।
Registered for LEED certification by US Green Building Council, the hospital blends cutting-edge technology with human empathy. It features 22 modular operation theatres, 252 high-tech ICUs, and an integrated emergency and trauma command system, ensuring seamless life-saving care.
प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में भारत ने स्वास्थ्य सेवाओं के क्षेत्र में एक बेहतरीन दिशा में कदम बढ़ाए हैं। अगर उत्तर प्रदेश की ही मैं बात करता हूं, पिछले 8-8.5 वर्ष में हम लोगों ने उत्तर प्रदेश में 42 नए मेडिकल कॉलेजेस बनाए हैं, 2 एम्स बने हैं, एक गोरखपुर में और एक रायबरेली में, जो सफलतापूर्वक संचालित हैं।
With High-Tech Cancer Institute delivering unmatched precision in radiotherapy, it also redefining surgical precision and training future generation of surgeons.
With Yashoda Medicity, India reinforces its commitment to world-class patient-centered healthcare. As the nation moves towards Viksit Bharat 2047, Yashoda Medicity stands as a beacon of innovation, accessibility and humane care for all. With camera person Anand Kumar, this is Tapush Bhattacharya reporting for GD India from Indirapuram, Ghaziabad.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi addressed the ASEAN-India summit virtually. PM Modi calls the India-ASEAN partnership pillar of stability and development, stressing on India-ASEAN cooperation and Global South partnership. PM added that India-ASEAN are just not trade but cultural partners. PM also conveyed best wishes to Prime Minister of Malaysia for the successful conduct of the ASEAN-related summits. Prime Minister Narendra Modi urged citizens to join the Unity Run marking Sardar Patel's 150th birth anniversary and encouraged them to learn about tribal leaders Birsa Munda and Komram Bhim.
Sardar Patel, a prominent figure in modern India and a significant personality in the nation's history, has exhibited exceptional intelligence and a strong work ethic from an early age. He earned recognition as a lawyer, but inspired by Gandhiji, he gave up all his pursuits and devoted himself to the cause of freedom. He played a crucial role in movements like Khera and Borsad. Additionally, he set examples of unity, cleanliness and good governance in the country. PM Modi urged people to join the Unity Run on Sardar Patel's 150th birth anniversary on 31st of October during his Mann Ki Baat program.
सरदार पटेल जी की 150वीं जयंती का दिन पूरे देश के लिए एक बहुत विशेष अवसर है। उप प्रधानमंत्री और गृह मंत्री के रूप में उनके योगदान के लिए हम सभी सदैव उनके ऋणी रहेंगे। साथियों, सरदार पटेल ने भारत के ब्यूरोक्रेटिक फ्रेमवर्क की एक मजबूत नींव भी रखी। देश की एकता और अखंडता के लिए उन्होंने अद्वितीय प्रयास किए। मेरा आप सबसे आग्रह है, 31 अक्टूबर को सरदार साहब की जयंती देश भर में होने वाली रन फॉर यूनिटी में आप भी जरूर शामिल हो और अकेले नहीं, सबको साथ लेकर के शामिल हो। एक प्रकार से युवा चेतना का ये अवसर बनना चाहिए। एकता की दौड़ एकता को मजबूती देगी। ये उस महान विभूति के प्रति हमारी सच्ची श्रद्धांजलि है, जिन्होंने भारत को एकता के सूत्र में पिरोया था।
In Mann Ki Baat address, PM Modi also mentioned Komram Bhim, a young man who stood up against the atrocities of Nizam of Hyderabad during the colonial era. Bhim resisted the Nizam's oppression of farmers and became a symbol of strength, inspiring countless others in their struggle against his oppressive rule.
उस दौर में जब निजाम के खिलाफ एक शब्द बोलना भी गुनाह था, उस नौजवान ने सिद्दीकी नाम के निजाम के एक अधिकारी को खुली चुनौती दे दी थी। निजाम ने सिद्दीकी को किसानों की फसलें जब्त करने के लिए भेजा था, लेकिन अत्याचार के खिलाफ इस संघर्ष में उस नौजवान ने सिद्दीकी को मौत के घाट उतार दिया। वो गिरफ्तारी से बच निकलने में भी कामयाब रहा। निजाम की अत्याचारी पुलिस से बचते हुए वो नौजवान वहां से सैकड़ों किलोमीटर दूर असम जा पहुंचा। साथियों, मैं जिस महान विभूति की चर्चा कर रहा हूं, उनका नाम है कोमरम भीम। अभी 22 अक्टूबर को ही उनकी जन्म जयंती मनाई है। कोमरम भीम की आयु बहुत लंबी नहीं रही, वो महज 40 वर्ष ही जीवित रहे, लेकिन अपने जीवन काल में उन्होंने अनगिनत लोगों, विशेषकर आदिवासी समाज के हृदय में अमिट छाप छोड़ी।
PM Modi announced that November 15 will be celebrated as Tribal Pride Day on the occasion of Lord Birsa Munda's birth anniversary. Birsa Munda's contribution to India's freedom and the rights of tribal community is unparalleled. He urged the youth to learn more about Lord Birsa Munda, Komaram Bhim, and many other eminent figures from the tribal community. Bureau Report, DD India.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi extended Chhath greetings to people of the country and said that the festival reflects the deep unity of culture, nature and society. Addressing the nation through his monthly radio program Mann Ki Baat, the Prime Minister said that Chhath unites every section of the society, calling it a beautiful example of India's social unity.
छठ का महापर्व संस्कृति, प्रकृति और समाज के बीच की गहरी एकता का प्रतिबिंब है। छठ के घाटों पर समाज का हर वर्ग एक साथ खड़ा होता है। ये दृश्य भारत की सामाजिक एकता का सबसे सुंदर उदाहरण है। आप देश और दुनिया के किसी भी कोने में हो, यदि मौका मिले तो छठ उत्सव में जरूर हिस्सा लें। एक अनोखे अनुभव को खुद महसूस करें। मैं छठी मैया को नमन करता हूं। सभी देशवासियों को, विशेषकर बिहार, झारखंड और पूर्वांचल के लोगों को छठ महापर्व की शुभकामनाएं देता हूं।
Vice President C.P. Radhakrishnan has arrived in Seychelles to attend the swearing-in ceremony of Patrick Hermini, the newly elected president of Seychelles. During the visit, Vice President Radhakrishnan will convey India's felicitations to Hermini and reaffirm the close, long-standing and time-tested relations between the two countries. The Chief of Army Staff, General Upendra Dwivedi, flagged off the Shaurya Veer Run 2025 in New Delhi on Sunday to mark the 79th Shaurya Divas. Over 10,000 participants, including army personnel and civilians, took part to honor the bravery of India's soldiers. Shaurya Divas is observed annually on October 27, commemorates the 1947 defense of Srinagar when Indian infantrymen first landed to evict invaders and protect Jammu and Kashmir. AWWA President Sunita Dwivedi graced the event, which featured races of 21 kilometers, 10 kilometers, 5 kilometer and a 3 kilometer family-friendly run. Updates from ICC Women's World Cup 2025 group stage encounter between India and Bangladesh in Navi Mumbai. India captain Harmanpreet Kaur has won the toss and opted to bowl against Bangladesh in their final league game. After a delayed toss, heavy rain forced a delay in start of play. India have handed an ODI debut to wicketkeeper Uma Chetri, with star wicketkeeper batter Richa Ghosh missing out due to a finger injury. India are aiming to utilize this dead rubber encounter to gear up for their daunting semi-final clash against Australia. Belinda Bencic breezed past Czech sixth seed Linda Noskova to win the coveted Pan-Pacific Open title on Sunday. This win earned Bencic her 10th WTA title overall and second of the year following her Abu Dhabi crown in February. She returned to the winners list once again after a maternity break in 2023, which saw her drop outside the top 1,000 at one stage. Bencic showed no signs of fatigue as she produced a superb performance to brush aside her opponent 6-2, 6-3. The Tokyo Olympic gold medalist erased bitter memories of a straight sets defeat by Radwanska in the final of the same tournament 10 years ago. Over number 2, Jannik Sinner is set to clash with German top seed Alexander Zverev in the final of Vienna Open on Sunday. Alexander Zverev marched past Lorenzo Musetti in the semi-final, set up a final with Jannik Sinner. Zverev, aiming for his second trophy of the year, will face Sinner in a rematch of this year's Australian Open. Zverev entered Vienna Open with a shoulder issue, defied all odds and hasn't dropped a set since first round. Zverev has a 4-3 lead over Sinner in head-to-head battles. On the other hand, top seed Jannik Sinner crushed Alex de Minaur in straight sets to reach the final of the event for the second time. Sinner has extended his remarkable streak to 20 consecutive wins on indoor hard courts. The Italian notched his 50th win over a fellow top 10 player to advance into his 8th final of the season. That's all for this edition of DD India Live, but let us know your thoughts on the news of the day. For those on the go, you can get all the latest news and updates from India and across the world on DD India mobile app. The app is available both on Android and iOS platforms, and you can scan the QR code on the screen to download now. We'll be back with more news as it breaks here on DD India. I'm Prasar Bharati from all of us here in Delhi. Thanks for watching DD India Live.